Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're here to take your curiosity and turn it into clear, actionable knowledge. Today, we're doing a really unique deep dive. It's inspired by some, fascinating source material, exploring what it actually means to be advanced. We're talking about this spirited and surprisingly insightful debate among four very opinionated reptiles. Our sources, they come from the Advanced Reptile Debates. It's this series of discussions apparently held deep in the swamps of Reptilvania. You've got these four old reptile buddies, snake, chameleon, lizard, and crocodile, gathering on a mossy log. And they're tackling this huge question: who's the most advanced reptile among them?
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is how this seemingly lighthearted squabble, it actually unpacks some pretty profound concepts.
Right, like evolution, adaptation.
Exactly. And what really defines success, in the natural world, it forces us really to look beyond those simple definitions we might have.
I love that. It's not just about reptiles, is it? It challenges our own ideas about what advanced or successful even means.
Precisely.
So our mission today is to, pull out those surprising nuggets of insight from their arguments. We want to understand the different cases for advancement and see what this all means for how you might think about diverse forms of expertise and success. Okay, let's unpack this. So each of these reptilian debaters, they come to the log with a really strong claim, right? Highlighting very different things they think make them the most advanced. Who kicks things off?
That would be lizard.
Yeah.
He jumps right in, asserting dominance through sheer physical prowess.
Right. He says, obviously it's me. I do push-ups to attract mates. No one else here can even do push-ups. He's all about that abdominal glory. So what's the core idea from Lizard's perspective?
Well, Lizard's argument is really a classic example of honest signaling. It's evolutionary biology 101, basically.
Okay.
For him, true value is about what you can visibly do. A clear, undeniable demonstration of strength, of fitness.
Like showing off.
Exactly. It's the original show, don't tell strategy in the animal kingdom. Broadcasting vitality to mates, to rivals. It's very direct.
Okay, that makes sense. But then Crocodile comes in swinging, you could say.
Oh, absolutely.
He counters with just raw power and this long history of dominance. He says, son, I've been doing death rolls since before you were an egg.
Quite the image.
Yeah. You push the ground a little, I spin with a gazelle in my jaws. And he calls himself built like a tank. So is brute force the ultimate advancement then?
Well, if we look at the bigger picture, Crocodile definitely represents the ultimate power player. Raw strength, durability.
Built to last.
Built to last, exactly. And with a signature, highly effective predatory method like the death roll. It's iconic. It certainly reminds us how these, really successful, time-tested methods can dominate an ecosystem for millions of years.
Oh, millions.
But is it the only way to be advanced? Snake would definitely argue no.
Good point. Snake jumps in, arguing for efficiency, for unique specialization. He proudly hisses, excuse me, but I'm the peak of minimalist design. Sleek, silent, deadly. I can eat things 3 times my size. He even calls Lizard a cursed pool noodle.
Chuckles slightly. That's quite the insult in Reptilvania, I imagine.
So how does Snake's argument stack up against Crocodile's, sheer might?
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What truly is advancement? Is it about overwhelming power? Or maybe it's about highly specialized adaptation? Efficiency?
Doing more with less.
Precisely. Snake's argument champions being perfectly designed for a specific niche, maximizing output with minimal, frills, even lacking limbs entirely. It's a very different kind of perfection.
And then completely shifting gears again, you've got Chameleon. He presents a totally different angle. You all forget the most important skill in reptile evolution.
Stealth. Yes, the unseen threat.
He describes his camouflage as high-level adaptive camouflage.
Yeah.
Says he can even blend into a tartan picnic blanket.
Which is impressive, if true.
It's a huge departure from push-ups or death rolls, isn't it?
It really is. Chameleon introduces this whole concept of strategic evasion and sensory mastery. It's not about being the biggest or the strongest or even the most efficient killer in a straight fight.
It's about not being seen.
Exactly. It's about being able to disappear, adapt seamlessly to your surroundings, and using unique sensory tools like that incredibly precise tongue for hunting. It's a different kind of power altogether. The power of perception, maybe. Invisibility.
So, okay, we have these vastly different ideas of what advanced means.
Hmm.
How on earth do they settle a debate like this? Must have gotten pretty heated.
Well, apparently our reptilian friends decided the only fair way was to put their theories to the test.
A contest.
A 3-round contest, no
I
less.
love it. Okay, so they agree. Hunting skills, coolest body feature, and, wait for it, best pickup line.
Chuckles. Yes, indeed. Best pickup line.
Okay, this lets us see their theories in action. Let's dive into round one, hunting skills. So round one, hunting. We see really different approaches and some pretty funny outcomes. Lizard, right. Despite all his push-ups, he just completely whiffs it. Misses an Olympic-level cricket.
So much for the abdominal glory helping there.
Exactly. Chameleon, though, total opposite. Incredible precision, nabs a fly midair with his tongue. Zap!
Just clinical.
Crocodile, well, he does what crocodile does.
Mm-hmm.
Flexes his power, slams his jaws shut around a fake gazelle plushie.
A plushie. Okay, maybe the real gazelles weren't cooperating that day. Still makes point, though.
It does. And Snake. Snake offers something truly unique. He apparently hypnotizes a frog.
Yeah, by slowly dancing back and forth, then just swallows it whole.
Wow. Okay, so what does this round show us, really?
Well, it beautifully illustrates the sheer diversity of successful hunting strategies in nature. There's just no single best way to get dinner. You see everything from brute force, like crocodile, to precision targeting, like chameleon, and even these unique forms of, like, sensory manipulation or psychological influence with snake. Each method is perfectly suited to its user.
Fascinating. Okay, let's move to round two. Coolest body feature. This one seems all about what makes them visually impressive or uniquely functional.
Right, the wow factor.
Lizard, predictably, flaunts his abdominal glory again. More push-ups, tail waves.
Sticking to his strengths.
Chameleon shifts through 5 colors, ends up in a disco sparkle pattern, declaring, "I'm basically a walking rave."
Chuckles. Okay, chameleon's got style.
Crocodile flexes his armored skin, swings his tail, boasts, "Built like a tank. Feels like a hot tub." Okay.
A hot tub. Maybe it's warm. I don't know about that one, but the armored skin is definitely cool.
And Snake pulls off maybe the most memorable moment, unhinges his jaw,
Oh, here it comes.
and gulps an entire pineapple whole, then says muffled, "Yeah, try that with no homsh."
A whole pineapple. That's commitment to the bit.
Isn't it just?
But really what this round shows is that these coolest features, they're rarely just for show, are they? They represent incredible adaptations. For defense, for display, and yes, for incredibly specialized feeding, like swallowing a pineapple.
Jaw-dropping, literally.
It just highlights how evolution can craft these astonishing, sometimes really unexpected solutions to environmental challenges.
Absolutely. Okay, final round. Best pickup line. This is a bit more whimsical, but still fun.
It has a bit of personality.
Lizard goes first, gives a wink. "Are you a heat lamp? Because you just turned me on."
Chuckles. Cheesy, but on brand for Lizard.
Crocodile, deep voice.
Right.
"Baby, I've got 80 teeth and all of them smile when I see you."
Okay, that's simultaneously charming and terrifying.
All right, chameleon, sultry tone. "Call me a mood because I'm changing just for you."
Ooh, smooth. Very chameleon.
And Snake, coiling sensually. "I may not have legs,
Yeah.
but I can still sweep you off your feet."
Okay, Snake wins that round for me. That's clever.
They're all pretty good in their own way.
They are. And this lighter moment, it still kind of underscores the idea that, attraction and signaling in nature, they come in so many forms, often tied directly to those unique physical or behavioral traits that make each species distinct and successful.
So, after all this, the squabbling, the flexing, the pineapple, the pickup lines, Crocodile apparently wipes away tears of laughter.
A sensitive soul, deep down.
And he concludes, "All right, this is ridiculous. We're all awesome in our own weird, slightly terrifying ways." And they end with a big, "Reptiles unite."
A moment of unity. Finally.
So they find common ground. What can you, listening, take away from this chaotic but weirdly insightful debate?
Yeah, I think the crucial takeaway here, the real insight, is that there just isn't one single monolithic definition of advanced in nature, or maybe anywhere. Each of these reptiles, despite being so different, is incredibly successful within its own ecological niche, right? Their advancement isn't some universal scale, it's contextual. It's tied directly to their environment, their specific survival strategies.
So success looks different depending on where you are and what you need to do.
Exactly. This whole discussion, it teaches us that knowledge is most valuable when it's understood and applied. And here it teaches us about the incredibly diverse paths to evolutionary success.
That is such a powerful idea, and it applies way beyond the swamp, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's about recognizing that strength or skill or success, it comes in so many forms. Brute power, sure, but also subtle adaptation, sleek efficiency, impressive display.
Mm-hmm. All valid.
There's really no one-size-fits-all answer to being the best. And maybe, just maybe, true wisdom comes from appreciating the unique value in every approach, recognizing those different kinds of awesome.
Well said.
And that pretty much wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of reptilian advancement. We've seen how unique features, hunting strategies, even charming pickup lines can all contribute to an animal's success.
Yeah, the real lesson, I think, is recognizing the incredible diversity of life, understanding that strength, advancement, success, they come in many different, equally valid forms. So maybe ask yourself, what might you gain by looking for value in unexpected places? By celebrating varied strengths in yourself or others, and maybe by stepping back from a single, narrow definition of what it means to be advanced, something for you to mull over as you navigate your own complex world.